After maybe 8 or 9 months of living in this house, I am very excited to get the inside done and dusted. I'm the type of person who gets bored with things very easy, but I also don't want to spend money unnecessarily. So we are going to be mainly doing a bit of a reshuffle of things so that the space feels a little bit new without having to break the bank. But then also we will need to break the bank because I am getting the final touches of furniture to finish off the media room, which I am so excited about, making that a cozy place and somewhere that I want to hang out and have people over in. Don't even talk to me about the outside. The outside is a whole other nightmare slash situation, and I'm leaving that in Dave's hands because there's very limited things that I am able to do to assist out there. So hopefully that will be getting a start sometime soon, but at the very least I can make the inside as cozy and as aesthetic and just put together as I possibly can. So if you are keen for some cleaning, some decor, some redecorating, then grab yourself a cuppa and let's get into the video. We are putting the final touch on the master bedroom by hanging this artwork that I created. I picked up these 2 canvases from the Aldi middle aisle, and I already had some oil paints. I just needed to pick up an extra white paint and a grey paint because I ran out of the white. I did end up doing the grey. It's kind of like more of a browny grey, which is fine with our aesthetic. On the sides here, and I've never done oil on the sides. I normally do them in acrylic, and I'm annoyed at myself because it came out a little bit streaky, so I may end up needing to go over that with a black acrylic later down the line. I also just picked up this little picture hanging kit from Woolies today when I went grocery shopping, so I will use some of these on these 2 canvases and then some on some art that I've got for the living room. Next up, we're going to make a gallery wall in the living room, and this is our collection. My nan always wanted me to pick something out from her house to put in our new house. She had a very eclectic and full home, and before she died, she would invite anyone who came over to take part in a little guessing competition. Guess what car's going to take for her house. And at that point I hadn't selected anything, but I had always liked this artwork that she had hanging above the top of her stairs, and so when she passed, I felt like it would be really nice to have a little piece of her in our house. So I selected this one, and then we also found this one in the garage, and I have a photograph that I took in Stowe, Vermont, of a bridge that looks very similar to that one. So I found that one to be very fitting. And then this one was the final piece that was also at her house, and I felt like these 2 kind of went together in their sort of similar artistic style. And then this canvas here I actually made like when I was in high school, so it is super old, a little bit of a mixed media situation. And then this is a Native American sand artwork that Shale brought me back as a housewarming gift when she went over to America. And there's a little bit of an overview on the back there, but it is a Navajo sand painting, and the idea is that the medicine man will kind of place any illness that you may have in the sand and conduct a little bit of a ceremony And basically, once the ceremony is over, any sort of illness or negativity gets infused in the sand artwork and will leave your body, which is quite fitting because I'm feeling kind of sick at the moment. So it's sort of a little bit of a healing type artwork to have up there, but I feel like I've got a bit of a color scheme going on. So whenever I find any sort of paintings or pictures out and about, I can add those to our gallery wall collection and just keep building it across the wall essentially. I went back to my nan's and ended up finding an additional 2 pieces of art to add to the wall and finish it off, and also to bring in some green hues. And then my mum also suggested I bring in this self-portrait of my nan that I think is a fitting tribute to her and really just adds that final touch to the wall. And then I started having a little bit of a play around with the decor on this sideboard, but ended up moving those leaves back to their original location. Today I'm finally getting a start on the spare room. Mum and Dad have brought down their spare bed. It's just a double bed. So we're going to put that together and I will make that and start bringing some decor in. Don't yet have the blinds, but they are ordered. So once they're in, this room can be finalized.
Do you know I'm looking, and I can't help but smile? Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along, and I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever.
For this room, I just used a queen doona. I had it as a spare since I was using a king on my main bed, and then just some doona covers that I had for that one. And then I also added this crochet blanket that my sister had made for me for my birthday a couple of years ago, and then just a few throw pillows I had around. I originally did put this brown side table in as like a little bit of a bedside table with the chair. This was in my filming room, and I really liked the way that it looked all sort of styled up there. However, we did have our printer in the little activities room. It was resting on a little TV unit that we had in there, but we are going to get rid of that TV unit, so the printer needed some place to live. So it just made more sense for the printer to be in my filming room, which is kind of like a little bit more of an organizational / planning hub anyway. So I did end up moving that table back into that room to house the printer and then all of my diaries. And then Mum gave me 2 additional pillows that I could use to sort of spruce up the bed a little bit. I feel like having 2 pillows just adds a little bit of height and dimension. And while I was in the process of getting this room sort of all set up, I was also decluttering the house, and I had gone through the linen cupboard to get linen for this bed, and that gave me an opportunity to do a bit of clearing out of any linen that I no longer wanted. So I am setting that aside to give to my cousin. I've got a pretty sizable pile of things for her now, which is great. And then I'm also setting up some bags of clothes and other bits of home decor that I want to donate. And you will have seen that in the life reset video, but I am sort of slowly starting to get rid of those to their locations now, whether that's giving them to family or friends or sending them to the op shop. This is our activities room, which you probably wouldn't have seen too much in my videos because it's really a non-event in our house at the moment, but it was designed with the idea that it would be Hunter's play area or like a bit of a chill out zone for him when he is older. This TV unit I'm just clearing out. I had a heap of his books in there and I'm going to put those in his room so that the TV unit is ready to go to my cousin, and I am going to struggle to move it, thinking that maybe I had more things sort of hidden in it, but no, it was just actually heavier than I realized. But now that that and the printer are out of the way, I'm going to move the muscle mat that we had in the media room in here and sort of set up all of Hunter's little blankets and toys and books so that we've got a nice soft and cozy zone for him to hang out and play. Then we are moving on to the final area, which is the media room, the place that I am most excited to decorate because it has been sort of like a blah space for so long, and I just really wanted it to be a comfy, cozy nook in our house that we could be excited about going into and watching movies and playing games and just hanging out as a family. So I had bought this TV unit from Pacific Furniture a couple of months ago, and then I recently purchased this rug from Fantastic Furniture, which is where we also bought our previous rug in the living room from. And Dave did ask for some more grey in there because I have like a very neutral whites browns palette, so he wanted a bit of colour diversity. And I'm vacuuming here. I honestly shouldn't have bothered because we're making more mess the next day.
I am so excited because our lounge gets delivered today and I am finally able to finish off and style this room, which I am so looking forward to making it like a cozy oasis in our house. The lounge is here, it looks so good, and I'm literally not sure why I even bothered vacuuming this area last night because it's now completely dirty again. So I'm going to come through, give this all a good vac. I'm gonna give it a mop as well because it pretty much needs it. This whole like section of the house may as well, and then I'll style it up.
I went and vacuumed the space again and mopped it, and now I can set the rug back up now that we've got the lounge in there. They did move it originally like hard up against the side wall, but we wanted it just brought in a little bit so it's a bit more centered in the room. And then I'm also going to put a few cushions on the lounge. I know that if I have too many on there, they'll just end up sort of getting squished by Dave. So I just wanted a few as decorative ones here and there. And then I also bought this sort of beachy looking ladder from Pacific Furniture as well, which I'm going to hang a few throw blankets on just for a little bit of a cozy touch. And then on this side of the TV unit, I'm just setting up a piece of art that Dave bought me for Mother's Day, and then a photo that I printed out of the three of us up at Greenfields Beach. And then now this is the final overview of the media room. It looks so much better. It's bright. quieter, it's cozier. I really love how it looks. We would like to get a new TV at some point, but that is down the line. And then the final piece that is missing from that room is this artwork that I am painting, and it is also of Greenfields Beach, so a very special place for us as a family. I am super stoked with how everything turned out, but you know me, I do get bored of things quite easily, so I'm sure that it's going to be an evolving process. But if you do want to see a fully furnished house tour, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that. It will be coming to you at some point in time soon. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below. I upload new ones every single week. With that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.